Today we're going to be talking about crate training your dog. Crate training is a really useful tool when you're training your dog. It can be used in house training, can be used to settle your dog into a new home, and it can be used whilst travelling as well. It's really important that the crate is a positive place for your dog to be, so it's associated with pleasant experiences like food and relaxation. So it's important that you never use the crate as a place where you send your dog as a punishment. It's always got to maintain that positive association. Now, Sammy's never actually been introduced to a crate, so this is an opportunity to show you how to train your dog to feel comfortable and relaxed in a crate, and the process of introducing it to them in small stages. Okay, so I've got a few different types of rewards on me. I've got some basic kibble, but I've also got some high value chicken to use as rewards. So I'm going to start to use these when he starts to investigate and explore the crate. So to start with, I'm just going to toss a few treats into the crate, let him go in and take them. It's a bit clattery and some dogs might find that scary. Good boy. So just going to keep doing that. Just keep tossing treats in and encouraging him to go inside for it. If you're finding it difficult if you throw them towards the back, then just try throwing them a little bit closer towards the edge so you don't have to pop their head in. Goes all the way in like that, then that's when I'm going to use that clicker to click and reward him for going all the way in. So I'm just going to toss the treats a little bit further back now. So if he's gone all the way in, I've clicked and given him an extra treat. Oh, that's nice. So he's sat down there, so I'm just going to do lots of clicks and treats just to say, yeah, I really like it when you sit down in there. So you'll notice I'm not forcing the dog to go into the crate. He's allowed his own time and space to investigate it at his own pace. What I'm going to do next, I'm just going to wait until he lies down. When he lies down, then I'm going to start to reward him again. There we go. So the click is just telling him that what he's doing at that moment in time is what I want him to do. So it's like a big green tick telling your dog that that's the action that you like and that it's going to get rewarded. So there are a couple of extra elements that you want to build in at this stage. You either want to build in a little bit of distance so you can get your dog comfortable with you leaving him there and moving away from him. And you also might want to incorporate being able to close the door. And that's your preference. You might want to always leave the door open for your dog. But it's useful that sometimes if you're using the crate for travelling, you might want to be able to close that door. So that's another element that you have to get your dog used to and associate with positive experiences. So I'm just going to move the door a little fraction and click and treat. If he gets up, we're just waiting for him to settle down again. If he gets up, that means he might be a little bit nervous about the sound of that door moving. Just moving that door a little bit and clicking and treating for him staying there. Good boy. Because Sammy's never done this before, I'm using the high value food of chicken. If there's an activity which he's fairly familiar with, then I might use something a little bit lower value, like his kibble that he would get for his dinner. I would use that piece by piece to reward him for something that he knows how to do well. But because this is a new experience, I'm going to use a bit higher value food for him. Shut it a little bit further. Okay. The rate at which you progress with this depends on your individual dog's temperament and experience with training in the past. Because Sammy's used to doing a lot of clicker training, a lot of work, we can progress at a slightly faster pace than you might do with a younger dog or a dog who's had less experience with training. With a less experienced dog, you might want to spend a little bit more time just doing the smaller steps before building up to the bigger and more difficult steps. Good boy. So you keep working on that with the door until you're able to shut it for a little bit longer. And what you can do in the meantime is you can put a long-lasting treat, like a Kong, down for your dog. You can pop that Kong in so your dog's got something to lick at and enjoy. Just shut the door and then reopen the door just before your dog has finished that item. And then what we want to do is build that in for a little bit longer, so you're giving him the Kong, and then just after he's finished eating it, you reopen that crate door. So we're going to build in a little bit of distance now, so I'm just going to ask him to stay there. So we stay. Just take a couple of steps away from him and go back and reward him. Stay. I'm going to invite him out to the crate. Okay, out you come. Inviting you out of the crate, and the idea is that when he comes out of the crate, nothing particular happens and it's a little bit boring, but when he goes back in there, all the fun starts again, all the treats and the clicks start up again. So that's a positive place for the dog to be, the place that the dog will choose that they want to be. This time just slightly delaying that click, so you've just got to wait with that door shut for a couple of seconds before the click and treat comes. So just make that a little bit longer. And I'm going to intersperse some shorter durations so that the dog doesn't become anxious because he thinks that that crate is always, that door's going to be shut always for longer each time. I'm just going to put a few little short ones in. And a longer one. Oh. Oh. Okay, again I invite him out. Good boy. Oh, good boy. That's lovely. Nice. Good job. One last note on choosing a crate for your dog. What you need to do is make sure that it's large enough for your dog to lie flat out in a comfortable position, and that it's also tall enough for your dog to be able to sit up fully without the head touching the top. We'll just check that it's the right size. So sit up. So you can sit up fully. And the last thing is that it's really important that you never leave your dog shut in a crate for any longer than they're able to cope with and feel relaxed with. So it's really important that they're giving regular breaks for exercise, for interacting with people, and that they're not shut in that crate for long durations of time.